Good morning, everyone. Today is Sunday, nice and early, Sunday morning, November 10th, and today we will cover the estimates for Group C. But first, I'm going to show you the calendar real quick. Obviously, we said today's November 10th, November 13th. This is the YieldMax website. November 13th will be the declaration date. Wednesday, November 13th, and then the next day will be ex-dividend date, November 14th, and then payment date is the Friday, November 15th. So again, it's pretty much the same thing, every single week. It's going to be like that unless there's a holiday. Obviously, if the market's closed one of those 3 days, which, Thanksgiving, you'll see, the day will shift to the next day. But again, Group C will declare this week, along with YMAX and YMAG, which will declare based on Group B's payment last week. All right, so now let's get into the estimates. Okay, so Group C down here, all right, Group C, who is led by NVIDIA, basically. Where the hell is it? Not NVIDIA, CONY. Will declare. So let's get this in order here. Obviously, I have NFLY at the top. It's just kind of how it ends up. I believe they launched before CONY. So let's zoom out. Let's get the appropriate fields in here. Okay, that should work. All right, so NFLY. Let's start with NFLY. NFLY, I have 87 cents as the estimate. Last 4 week cycle, they paid 79 cents. So let's take a look at how they did for the month. They did go up $1.89 in share price from $16.48, which was on the prior ex-dividend date, all the way up to $18.37. We know they had good earnings. We know they did well. So we know we should be getting a pretty good distribution. 87 cents is a 61% yield. It's an increase from the prior 4 week cycle and the prior, actually all the way back to May. I don't think we've had a distribution like this until all the way back to May. So again, I think it's going to be a good one for NFLY. I don't know, what price, but hopefully it's around 87 cents, which is a 61% yield. All right, next is CONY, which CONY, again, I track on a holdings basis. I don't track trade by trade, but so what we'll do is we'll still use the change in price, and we can see CONY had a really, really, really good month. The last ex-dividend date, they were at $13.80. As of the Friday close, they were at $16.96, borderline $17. So they went up $3.16 in price. Obviously, we don't know what trades they made, what trades they closed, how much taxable income that they made, but you can get an idea just by looking on how much it did go up. So based on that, I'm going to give them $1.19 because I know they can pay more. I know they may boost this up so it's 100% yield. However, I'm judging based on what they did with NVIDIA. Maybe they're going to hold back a little, right? Because it's the beginning of the fiscal year. Maybe they're just going to hold back a little and save some for later. Because right now the market is so bullish that it could be correcting at some point, and CONY could be hurting months from now, and they may need to pull some of that credit carry forward, right? So they need some backup. So if we look, $1.19 is it's a 91% yield, which is awesome. It's not 100% yield, but still. And it's an increase from the prior, the prior month, the prior 4 week cycle. So I think it's overall, a pretty good payment. Some people probably want more. Some people probably going to think more. Could they pay $2? Maybe. I don't think they should. Again, I'm probably lowballing this, looking at how much they made for the month, but I'm considering what they did with NVIDIA, so maybe they're kind of changing things up a little bit. Also, I should keep their IV in the screen too. All right, so let's do that. There you go. That's perfect. All right, so yeah, so again, let me backtrack to Oh my God, look at Netflix IV, 21%. That's horrible. All right, so and coins IV is 69%. So, wow. That's Anyway, so look at the yield for CONY. It's going to be a 91% yield, obviously more than their IV of 69%. But again, they did really, really good this month. All right, let's move on. MSFO, I'm going to give them 46 cents. That's a decrease from the prior month. That is a 30% yield. Their IV is horrible, 17%. It's almost like they're too safe. They did go up in share price by 17%. I think they can afford 46 cents easily. Should they pay that much? I mean, that's another story, right? I don't know. But again, when the prices are just so high, these funds have been performing so well, you figure to give them a little something, right? Here's a little 46 cents, for holding this, stable fund. Again, that could be high. Probably is too high, to be honest, now that I'm looking at it. But I don't feel like changing it, so let's move on. AMDY, I think they're going to have a big decrease, to be honest. I think they're going to cut it in half. They're going to pay 45 cents, which is a 44% yield. Their IV is 37%, which that's kind of low, to be honest. For the month, they did lose money. They went down 57 cents, down to $13.03. So they have no right paying. The last two cycles, they paid 92 cents. If they pay 92 cents again, I'm sorry, but that's stupid. So hopefully, they learn and cut it in half, 45 cents, 44% yield. All right. PYPY. All right, PYPY has been doing really, really good. And I'm sorry, guys, but I have to give it a 42-cent payment, right? Last 4-week cycle, they paid $1.10, right? $1.10, but they did good, right? This cycle, they went up 29 cents. So nothing fantastic there. A 42-cent payment, by the way, is a 29% yield, and their implied volatility is 26%. Okay, so kind of in line with that. All right, let's move on to ABNY. ABNY paid 80 cents in the last 4-week cycle. I'm going to guesstimate that they're going to pay 38 cents. So let's take a look at their price fluctuation. They did go up by 10 cents, which again is nothing fantastic. So we can't really use that. So let's go to the IV. The IV is 26%. So I'm going to give them a 29% yield, which is kind of in line with their IV. A little boost up. All right, Fiat, which has been paying big payments since they came out. This may be a heartbreaker for Fiat holders, but I think they're going to pay 62 cents, which is a 76% yield. I know, sad to say, 76% yield is a heartbreaker, right? Their IV is 69%. Let's see how they did this month. Yeah, exactly. They went from 15.55 on ex-dividend date to 10.59. I'm telling you, man, these inverse funds are freaking crap. I mean, why short crypto, right? Why short NVIDIA? Why short Tesla? Why? I mean, some people play that game, but I don't get it. Just whatever. All right, they're down 4.96 for the month. Okay, so last but not least, everyone's favorite, Alti. Alti's a beast, man. Alti is just it's its own monster. Like, it deserves its own little sheet, and it does have its own sheet, but I gave them 72 cents. And real quick, I'll show you my spreadsheet. I did go through Alti, and I'll do a video. I'll probably post it after this. Honestly, I'll do a premiere after the premiere, right? This is the premiere before the premiere. So anyway, for Alti, their average implied volatility comes to 73% based on their latest holdings. All right, so let me make sure I'm on the right tab. Okay, yeah. By the way, I'm working on trying to figure out their different strategies. I'm not done, but I guess I have to learn these freaking option strategy terms. I tried to avoid it, but if I talk about Alti, unfortunately, you're going to have to learn it. All right, so anyway, their implied volatility is 73%. If you multiply 73% times the Alti price, which is 10.66, and you divide by 13, you get 61 cents. So in reality, that's what the estimate would come to. However, I don't think they're going to lowball us like that. So I boosted it up to 72 cents, which would be an 87% yield. You could see last 4-week cycle, they paid 82 cents. So they could probably go in that range again. And I wouldn't be surprised if they, if they did. But again, they're at $10, so I think they're going to be careful here. But at the same time, most of their investors, most of the people that buy into Ulti, they want that high distribution. So if they give anything really low, they're probably, they're going to lose shareholders. So, I wouldn't be surprised if they do pay more than 72 cents. I definitely don't think they're going to pay below 72 cents. In fact, I should probably boost this, now that I'm thinking about it more and more, boost this up. Have they ever paid below? No, this will be the lowest. So, maybe I'll give them 75. What do you guys think? 75 cents? How's that? 75 cents. There we go. 91% yield. Is that better? I think it's better. All right, so that's my estimate for Ulti. All right, guys. Now that we did the estimates, I want to look at the recovery rate for Group C, how they did this month. So let's go, in order again. NFLY, again, we knew they had a good recovery rate. They recovered 200. Oh, actually, I should explain what the recovery rate is. So it compares based on the prior distribution, which was from their first 4-week cycle, basically. Like NFLY, for example, they paid 79 cents, their last distribution. And what we do is we track how much the fund has gone up since that drop in ex-dividend date, right? So it dropped, to 1648, and as of the Friday close, it went up to 1837. NFLY did, right? So that's an increase of $1.89. $1.89 is greater than 79 cents. Therefore, they recovered their distribution. By how much, though? Well, 100% would be 1-to-1. That means a full recovery. Anything above that is, cash money, baby. So they recovered 238% of their distribution. So a solid performance by NFLY, thanks to their earnings. CONY, they have been doing absolutely fantastic. Their latest distribution, I'm not going to go through every distribution, but just these two maybe. CONY paid $1.10 on the prior month. They have gone up by $3.16. So that's a 284% recovery, which again, fantastic. MSFO had a 33% recovery. AMDY, negative 61% recovery. Again, they had a rough month. PYPY, 26% recovery. At ABNY, 12.5% recovery. Guys, they also have time too. They have till declaration date technically, right? Which is the Wednesday. So they do have 3 trading days. So they may recover. You never know. That's a big ask because some of these are really low. Fiat, negative 341%. I'm not going to rip on them anymore. You know how I feel. Ulti, almost a full recovery. They're trying. They're doing better. 79% recovery. Hopefully they can hit that 100% recovery rate by declaration date. But we'll see, man. We will see. Overall, recovery rate average is 89%. Okay? All right. So now we did the recovery rate. We did the estimates. So now based on those estimates, what is YMAX and YMAG going to pay not this coming week, but the week after? So you go to the YieldMax estimate yield percentage, right? And you get 48% because, again, it takes the average of AV22 to AV27, right? It doesn't include inverse. It doesn't include Ulti. So the average yield from Group C, based on my estimates, and by the way, guys, these are just guesstimates, estimates. Again, I am not going to be 100% accurate. It's nearly impossible to guess by the penny. In fact, I'm off, a decent amount, quite a bit of time. And I don't care, to be honest. I'm just giving my most, the best educated guesstimate that I could give based on historical data, based on current data, based on what I think, based on what I think they should do. And if it's wrong, it's wrong. If it's right, it's right. Either way, I don't give a damn, just so you guys know, nor should you, okay? But this video is for fun, all right? And we're all having fun, so let's just continue. All right, so again, 48% guesstimate yield would produce a YMAX payment of 16 cents and a YMAG payment of 7 cents. Well, I don't think we have to go through this again, but we know YMAG, it's the short one, right? It's the short group because they only have MSFO. So I think the prior time they paid 6 cents. So I have 7 cents. Either way, it's shit, I know, but it is what it is, man. What can you do? All right, so that's for, again, not this week, but the following week. If you're wondering about this coming week, we can go up here. We have the YieldMax actual yield, right, which is 52%. And by the way, if you look here, you look at my formula, I'm only going down to 17. I'm not picking up PYPY because PYPY is not in YieldMax yet. I will add them the next cycle because they should be in that, the next allocation, they will include them. So without PYPY, their average yield is 52%. That should produce a YMAX payment of 17 cents for this coming week and a YMAG payment of 23 cents, okay? Because again, YMAX and YMAG, they got paid from these distributions last week, so they'll take those distributions and they'll pay them to whoever owns the funds prior to the ex-dividend date, which, yes, a lot of people can buy in, yes, of course, blah, 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 we know this. So, that's why, again, these are guesstimates. We don't know how many people are going to buy in. These are just based on, again, I'm doing this estimate a little differently than I used to. As you know, I went in much more detail, previously on YMAX and YMAG, and you probably still could, to be honest, but forget it. Forget the amount of detail on a week in, week out basis. I'm sorry, but that's not happening. So this is the easiest, most automated way I could figure out. So hopefully it gives you an idea of what to expect. All right. Okay. So now we went through the estimates for the funds and then the YMAX, YMAG. So let's now go through the other recovery rates, right? So we were on Group C. So let's go down to Group D. And let's see how they have been recovering. So if we go to AMDY, they're not having, the best time right now. They're down 18 cents, negative 52% recovery rate. I'm sure they'll be just fine though. All right. AMDY, they're up $1.85. Good, insane. They're 242% recovery rate. Gotta love it. DISO, they're recovered 48%. SQUE, 84% recovery rate. AIYY, 69% recovery rate. MISTY, 94% recovery rate. Guys, they went up $3.97 in price, and they still haven't recovered their last distribution because they paid $4.19. Good Lord, but still, it's insane that they almost recovered that price. But again, MSTR has been on a tear because Trump won. SMCY, I mean, I don't know what to tell you guys, but they're just in the shitter. But hopefully they make a comeback, man. This is one of those stocks where it's make or break, right? If you invest a lot of money and they turn this crap around, man, you can make a lot of money. But if you invest a lot of money and they just make things worse for themselves and they go in the shitter, then yeah, not good. However, I just feel like maybe they're just too big of a company. They got too much going on to let things just continue to crash. So I do feel a turnaround is coming. For what it's worth, and I know nothing, so that probably doesn't give you any peace of mind, but that's just like, from seeing, things in the past, are they going to let this fall? Is the market going to let this fall? The market is just simply reacting, right? As they should, right? The auditors freaking left. E&Y left. That's like bad. But, we'll see if they can talk some other auditors into joining them. We'll see. I mean, there's plenty of auditors out there, right? So let's do this. Anyway, SMCY, obviously they didn't recover their distribution. I mean, they're negative 431% for recovery rate. So YQQQ, oh, shocker, an inverse fund doing shitty, negative 165%. So yeah, crap. All right, so let's continue the recovery rate discussion. And let's take a look at Group A. Group A, since their last distribution, Tesla has recovered 364% of their distribution. OARC has recovered 301%. GUI has recovered 23%. Zomo has recovered 112%. YBIT has recovered 47%. SNOI has recovered 57%. TSMY has recovered 86%. And Crash, again, the inverse, negative 523%. So overall, pretty good numbers minus the inverse. Let's take a look at Group B and see how they're recovering. Again, they recently declared, so their ex-dividend date was on November 7th. So this is not even a full week. Please keep that in mind. NVIDIA recovery rate 18%, PYPY 45%. Here's a whole bunch of negatives. JPMO negative 74%. MSFO, of course. Oh my God, they closed at 615. This is going to reverse split like any day now. Negative 224%. Not like I wanted to, because then I have to change all the freaking data on this damn spreadsheet. And by the way, when they do a reverse split, you know they're going to do it to 50, right? So if they get down to, maybe he's probably going to wait till it gets down to $5, then they'll do like a 10 for 1 thing, right? Or 1 for 10, whatever you want to call it. Which means if you own, 10 shares at $5, you'll own 1 share at $50, right? Because again, they're going to boost these up to $50 going forward. All right. So anyway, recovery rate for them negative 224%. That's bad. GDXY negative 20%. GDXY $16. Yeah, that sucks. Babo, man, Babo, you got to do better, Babo. Negative 105%. Platey, oh man, this one's killing it. It's at $60 freaking dollars. If I knew anything about Palantir, I would have maybe bought Platey, but I know nothing about Palantir. They're up 115%. And dips. Actually, dips, not that bad. Of the inverses, you have done okay. Negative, of course, negative 1.63%. So that is the recovery rate info. And we covered this, I think, on the Wednesday, but since they declared their distribution, let's go look at house money. House money, baby. Let's see. All right. We know NVIDIA. NVIDIA paid. You bought NVIDIA day one. You got your money back. You got 117% of your money back. Phoebe's working its way up. They're at 57% house money. JPMO, 26%. MSFO, 48%. GDXY, 15%. Babo, 14%. Platey, 4%. And dips 12%. Okay, so that's the house money conversation. If you're wondering who else has paid you back your original investment, the answer is CONY, and that's it. Misty did not. Tesla did not. They are working their way there. Tesla's not even close, actually. They're at 69%. So I don't know what to tell you. Misty will be the fastest one to pay off. Where the hell? There they are. 93% they're at. So obviously, they'll have that paid off probably on the next distribution, if not the second one after that. So, yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see. It's going to be an interesting week. Hopefully, again, everyone's happy with the CONY distribution. That's the one that people really wait for. I know CONY's been hurting, man. So they're finally turning things around, and we could see. Okay, so what is the 52-week low and 52-week high for COIN? The 52-week low is $88. The 52-week high is $283. Their current price of COIN is $270. That's something to keep in mind, right? Because again, COIN, they don't move like MSTR just because of crypto. They are a company that actually, they make money, right? So they are its own thing, and it is approaching, its 52-week high, right? It's 7% away from the 52-week high. Whenever I see that, it's kind of concerning. Same thing with Netflix, actually. Netflix is 2% away from the 52-week high. So just something to think about. The others in Group C, let's see, MSFO, they're at the kind of the midpoint, but they're closer to the 52-week high than not. AMD, they're closer to the 52-week low, actually. What are they at? 147. Their 52-week low is 113. PayPal, they're closer to the high. Actually, they're 3% away from the high. So again, a little concerning. But again, the market could just stay at highs and go higher and higher and higher. So again, you look at these numbers, they could mean nothing in the end. But it's just something, again, another indicator to look at to give you an idea. Airbnb, if anyone gives a crap about them, they're more towards the low, but not that, 40% away from the low. Again, fiat is just an inverse, so we don't have to talk about that one. So, but yeah, that's for Group C. I guess I can mention the others. Most of them are at their 52-week high. Tesla, OARC, GUI, Zomo, they're all closer to the 52-week high. YBIT and SNOI are closer to the low. They're really close to the low, actually. So how is YBIT close to the low? Well, what's their BITO? Yeah, BITO is their underlying. BITO's close to the low. Okay, whatever. TSMY, unfortunately, yeah, close to the high. So who else is close to the high? Well, NVIDIA's close to the high. Well, NVIDIA, Facebook, JP Morgan. Moderna's always close to the low. In fact, they are the low. Like, their current price is the low. I mean, it's shit. What can I tell you? Everything else on this group is on the high. And then I'll look at Group D. Everything is pretty much the high, except Disney. Disney's always near their 52-week low. I mean, is this a steal? Maybe. I don't know. I don't touch it. AIYY, always near the low, so I definitely ain't touching that one. And obviously, SMCI is basically at their 52-week low, so that one's in danger zone. So we shall see, man. We shall see what happens. And last but not least, who is next? What fund is going to launch next? What do we got? Well, maybe Mara, right? Mara has, a 94% IV. Would you invest in that? Not me, but I'm happy to have it in YMAX. Why not boost up the yield? Who else? Carvana, no thanks. Roki, no thanks. Right? Who else? I gotta see some names here. Yeah, Robinhood, fine. Roblox, okay. Shopify, DraftKings, Intel, JD.com. Boeing, Biogen, PDD Holdings, Crane Shares, Zoom Video, ARC Innovation. Well, this is the short for OARC. I don't think anyone wants that crap. Although people say they would like to short Kathy Wood, just like people love to short Jim Cramer. So maybe it would be popular. Rotten is the short for Apple. Who the hell wants to short Apple? I mean, come on, guys. Then there's a biotech ETF one coming out. Adobe, Target, Nike, Oracle, Berkshire, which this one launched. This one was filed in the beginning with Tesla and OARC and all them. But it turns out the interest, they don't think the interest is there. But I personally, I think people would buy it. For what my opinion is worth, I think people are at the point, maybe in the beginning they wouldn't because it wouldn't stick out as anything. But now that YieldMax is an established company and people kind of want both sides, they want high risk, high reward, they want low risk, low reward. And maybe this would actually be a quick turnout because who the hell can afford like Berkshire Hathaway stock, right? A, B, C class, whatever. Which class? Any class. I can't afford any of them, right? So I think it would do well. So let's launch that sucker already, all right? We got to talk to Jay about that, all right? Maybe for Christmas, for the Christmas video, we can ask him for that. And then there's the Treasury bond one, which I don't know, man. That one, who knows? Probably not that popular, but it's an option, of course. All right, guys, so that's it. That's all I got. That's all she wrote. I don't know what else you guys want me to cover on these videos. Again, this is just the estimate. I'll give you a quick recap in case you showed up late to the premiere. How dare you? But let's go to it. Ready? So, again, these are just guesstimates. Don't take them personally. All right, so NFLY, 87 cents, 61% yield. CONY, $1.19, 91% yield. MSFO, 46 cents, 30% yield. AMDY, 45 cents, 44% yield. PYPY, 42 cents, 29% yield. ABNY, 38 cents, 29% yield. Fiat, 62 cents, 76% yield. Alti, 75 cents, 91% yield. And that's the guesstimates for the day. Yay! No, I don't know. But that's it, guys. That's all I got. I'm tired. I got to get my ass moving. The baby woke up early, so it was my turn to get up, and I stayed up, and here I am doing videos at 4 a.m. But it's good because I can get crap done early. And guess what? After this video, stay tuned for the next premiere. I have an Ulti premiere, which I'm going to go into the Ulti holdings. Not in much detail as I wanted to because I didn't have the time, but I'm working on, I guess, a better way to do that for, going forward. But I will get into what they're actually holding. So that's mainly what people care about. So stay tuned for that. Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah, outside of that, that's all I got. As always, this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. This video is for fun and entertainment. So hopefully you had fun. Hopefully you're entertained. If not, we will try again next week, okay? If you enjoy this content, please hit the like button, thumbs up button, whatever you want to call it. It goes a long way. If you have any questions or concerns or want to make your own estimates, feel free. Down below, what are they going to pay? What is CONY going to pay, right? Maybe we'll do that as a key word. And here we are. We made it to the end. What is the freaking key word? You made it to the end of the video. You know what that means? It means you get to say the key word. All right, so for those of you new to the channel, if you made it to the end of the video and you want to prove it, you have to comment down below the key word. All right, what's the key word? I guess we'll go with what's your CONY estimate? All right, what is your best guesstimate for CONY? All right, you know, to give you an idea, they went up $3.16 in price. So take that into consideration. All right, my guesstimate is $1.19. That's a 91% yield. Do you think they're going to boost this up over 100% yield? I mean, you can give me a yield or you can give me a guesstimate price, but let me know what you think they're going to pay. Are they going to pay $2? Are they going to pay $3? No, definitely not. But what do you guys think? I mean, I could be lowballing, right? I mean, a lot of people are probably going to tell me I'm lowballing, which is fine. But then let me hear your number, right? Let me hear your number. Go. But yeah, so that'll be the keyword for today, your CONY guesstimate. If you don't want to make a guesstimate, then I don't know. Say whatever you want. Say it's cold as hell, because it is cold as hell, by the way. And that'll be sufficient. All right? All right, I'm out of here. Stay tuned for the Ulti premiere, and we'll talk later.